Over the past few weeks, I've neglected my body and I've ignored the warning signs. And to be honest, I've probably mistreated and ignored it for several years now. I've been telling myself that I do myself and my body good. I'm young, I exercise, I eat well, and I have nothing to worry about. The day after my birthday on Sunday the 22nd of January, I woke up in an old woman's body. And to be honest, I'm still trying to part with her as I'm filming this video right now. For the last week, I've had this debilitating pain and stiffness in my back. Unable to put on pants like a normal 32-year-old. Unable to turn over in bed and almost unable to walk. And most annoyingly, unable to sit still for more than 1 hour at the time, making my work and my job really challenging to do. So you can imagine my frustration and, to be honest, my shock as well that my body, or more precisely my lower back, was, to put it dramatically, broken. I've always been very lucky, and I hardly remember any instances where my body gave in or broke down or got injured. I have a very healthy and durable and strong body, but this time I woke up in what felt like a broken body. So you might think, what did she do? Did you do something crazy on your birthday or reckless that could cause this? And the answer is absolutely not. Unless you count going to IKEA as a reckless and high risk activity. The truth is, to be honest, I do live a very sedentary life. I love moving my body, going for a run and being active, but running smpl-happiness and doing my job and indulging in other sedentary habits, unfortunately, leaves me seated for at least, I would say, 8 to 10 hours every day. I wake up, I do my morning routine, I exercise, and I get ready for the day. And then I sit down in front of the computer until I'm done for the day, about 8 hours later, sometimes 10 as well. And unfortunately, the routine has left me with an unusually sore back this time. After waking up in my 32-year-old body, going on 75, I immediately made sure to get an appointment with a physiotherapy in my area, hoping that he could fix my back and send me on my merry way the same day, and I could return to my usual routine. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I think that is funny how deep down you know everything you're doing wrong, what you should do differently, what you ought to change in your lifestyle, but I still need somebody else to tell me what I have to do in order for me to really believe it to be true. As I was standing in this physiotherapist's office, acknowledging that I was in deep pain and trying to figure out why, I already knew the answer, as if there wasn't any need for him to tell me at all. Everything he told me was like old news to me, but I still needed him to tell me, and I needed to hear it. So he told me that I was too sedentary and I need to change some habits if I want to have a pain-free and healthy life. It's just that simple. So chances are that your lifestyle isn't that different from mine. You may be more active in your day. A lot of other elements in your life may differ from mine. But if we look at the statistics of how people live their life and how inactive they are, statistics show that the sedentary lifestyle is on a high rise. So you're probably a lot like me, and you already know that you need to do something different to improve your sedentary lifestyle, but you tend to put it on the back burner, or maybe putting it off or forgetting about it. or ignoring it. And you might not experience pain and have any problem with your back, and therefore think, why do I need to change anything if I'm not in any pain? So regardless of what your situation is or might be, statistics still show that by living a sedentary lifestyle, you increase your risk of developing a sore back, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. So why don't we just listen to our body and respect it as the precious vehicle that it is, and do something to prevent these things from ever becoming a reality in our lives? At my visit to the physiotherapist office, I learned a few things that I already knew, but I also learned some new interesting stuff like tools and exercises that can help me improve my situation and help me create long-term change. Number 1, high impact exercise once a day followed by 8 to 10 hours of sitting down does not cut it. I thought that if I got 30 minutes of exercise every day, I was in the clear and I'd be done with my part to ensure a healthy and strong body. But all I was doing was increasing my heart rate, getting my blood pumping and flowing, and then undo all the good things that I'd done for my body by sitting still for 8 to 10 hours afterwards. Number 2, breaking up your sedentary workday into smaller sections improves your overall health. I personally need to make sure to listen to my body and respect that it needs to move and have a break once in a while. It will let me know, and I need to listen. That's simply the magic of the human body. If we listen to it and acknowledge it, it will let us know what exactly it needs. And my body, and most likely also yours, need to have a break at every 1.5 hours at the least. Number 3, small intersections of movement and exercise are way better than one single exercise spurt. Do not stop whatever exercise routine you already have. Keep doing it if it makes you feel good, energized, and happy. But according to my recent education, continued exercise and movement throughout the day is crazy important if you want to lower your risk of developing a bad back like me, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and obesity. Number 4, it's not how much you do, it's all about the change in movement. I thought that I needed to do an exercise routine every 1.5 hours, and to be honest, just the thought of having to lay down on the floor and mentally preparing myself for 10 minutes of exercise every 1.5 hours completely overwhelmed me and makes it so much more unlikely for me to succeed in the long run. But as my physiotherapist told me, in creating a healthy and strong body, it's not about the exercise. It's about changing the movement and stretching your body throughout the day. And he actually used this demonstration to explain it to me. So if you have your finger and you bend your index finger backward, at first it doesn't hurt. But after a while, if you keep it in that position, it slowly starts to hurt until the pain becomes unbearable. So in order to prevent your finger from hurting, you need to change the stretch or the position, and then it stops hurting after a while. The same applies to sitting in one position for 8 hours straight. Over time, bending your body in that position will start to hurt your body as well. Number 5, 6 simple exercise movements and changes to help you relieve tension in your body. As mentioned, exercise isn't necessarily the answer, but changing position is, if we want to relieve the tension that we put on our body, constantly put on our body and one particular muscle group when we sit down. A few of the changes, movements or exercises I was recommended as a relief to my sedentary workday was number one, stand up and stretch your body. It's that simple. Or you can stand up and move the part of your body that needs attention or tension relief. You can also walk up and down the stairs, or you can do a series of 5 squats or whatever exercise you like to do. If possible, you can invest in a table that lets you alternate between standing and sitting while you're working. Or you can get one of those big exercise balls that you can swap for your chair a few times throughout your workday as well. You can even, if you need a bit of a reminder, you can set up a reminder on your phone for every 1.5 hours if you know that you tend to forget your movement breaks after a while. I personally knew that something was wrong with my body for a while and that I needed to change something. But I completely ignored it, thinking it would pass and that I was fine. If I think back, signs that something had to change started way back in 2013 when I first started working as an architect, which is a very sedentary job to have. I would feel these pinches of pain in the nerves of my upper thighs, but it would always go away, and I would feel a tension in my lower back as well after a long day's work. The biggest part of enjoying my life and living the life of my dreams is to have a body that works and one that allows me to effortlessly enjoy every aspect of my life. So waking up that morning after my 32nd birthday with a broken back made me realize just how important it is not to only tend to my body, but also respect and listen to what my body is telling me. Often it's difficult to change your ways before it's either too late or it's gone too, your body is too sore. This time I was lucky. What happened was temporary and I will go back to normal again very soon. But I learned something from the experience and I saw what it would be like to have a broken back. In the future, I'll listen more carefully to what my body is telling me and take the appropriate steps necessary to maintain a healthy and also functioning body. So my body is my vehicle for living the life of my dreams, and I'm only just getting started, so I have to take care of it. So dear viewer, in the comments, on the blog or in the comment section below, I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences on leading a healthy lifestyle, even with a sedentary career. And I would also love to hear one reason you want to take care of your body and why it's important for you to listen to your body. So I can't wait to hear your thoughts and ideas.